Hey y'alls, this is Nixie. It's currently like fucking 2 a.m. in the morning and I am tired. But I've decided to sit down and yap about what I have referred to as the knife incident. If my voice sounds like that, it's because I have not been able to sleep and it's currently like, 2 in the fucking morning. So, the story behind this is I have two X-Acto knives, and I would bring them to school every day because no one said anything. I've been doing this I did this for the entire school year. And now it's the second to last fucking day of school, and we have this science project where we're making sun oven things, solar ovens, to bake s'mores with. And I noticed that it's kind of hard to cut open the pizza boxes we were using to make the solar ovens. So I volunteer my X-Acto knife because, it's made for cutting paper. And then my racist asshole bully, who has been bullying me for years now, goes, teacher, insert Nixie's real name here, has a knife. So then my beautiful X-Acto knife gets confiscated. I do have another one. I had another one in my bag. Obviously, I didn't tell anyone that because, I'm not giving that one up. And I don't get it back at the end of the period because, it's a knife. It's technically a knife, despite the fact that I've had it for the entire school year. And multiple teachers have seen it. And I've legit pressed the knife to another kid's throat before in the middle of French class. But I didn't get it confiscated then. This is why you should never help people, fellow entities. Helping people is a horrible idea because it'll just fuck you up. Threaten people instead. So then later in math, I get called down and I get a talking to where the teacher's like, oh no, where the vice principal's like, you're totally not in trouble, bruh. And I just want my fucking knife back. So yeah, can I get it back now? Yeah, no, I'm totally listening to. And, yeah. Turns out they did in fact inform the police, and there was an email to all the parents, and I'm like, what the hell? It's an art supply. This is a dull knife. I have genuinely tried to cut myself with this knife before, and it hasn't worked, okay? So, I don't know what to say. I've tried to slit my wrists with said knife. It's too dull for that. It's not sharpened. It's sharp enough to cut paper, not sharp enough to cut flesh in any means. It's probably concerning that I've tried to do that, but you know what? It's fine. That's not what this story is about. So, background on my bully. I'm gonna call him that bitch-ass motherfucking bastard. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna refer to him as anything. He's just my annoying-ass bully. Started, way back in the old days of, 3rd grade or whatever. He used to, harass me and my friend group, which I have had since, 2nd grade, and we're still all friends. We're all still awesome friends and stuff. And so, yeah, and then after we went to, middle school, he, harassed us less because we didn't have any classes together. Now, last year, this is over summer break, so you know what I mean. Last year, he, was in my first period, and it wasn't really a big deal, throughout the start of the year, because we weren't interacting, so it was fine. But, as far as, it goes on to the end of the year, and he starts being more and more bully-ish again, or whatever, he's targeting me again, being racist as hell. Fun fact about me, I am, in fact, of South Asian origin, so you would put on these weird Indian accents. I can do an Indian accent. How I do an Indian accent is pulling my Bengali pronunciation into English. So I'll go like this, and then I'll start talking like this because it's Benglish, So to me, you pull the accent and put it into English words while you're also adding Bengali words in there. And that's Benglish. So I can do an accurate accent. But he was doing that that or whatever the fuck in the middle of class. Bitch, what? Yeah. And I also crashed out and, like, told him, go fuck you, go fuck yourself, like, in front of the teacher. Like, you cut, motherfucker. Like, all that. We're fine, though. The teacher likes me, I like the teacher, so we were good. But, yeah, escalating, because, he's a little pussy bitch. And I don't say that term lightly, because I'm AFAB. So, all that happens on the Tuesday before the end of school. And I get home and I have a huge bout of suicidal ideation. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I might have mentioned it in the previous video. I don't remember, but I have occasional on and off bouts of suicidal ideation. When I feel, useless or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm not having one now, so I can't really describe it. But that happened, and I spilled my entire life story onto my friend group's group chat, which I don't think I'm gonna share. But I did crash out and ask if anyone has contacts to order a hit on said bully. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna do it. That's illegal, and I would like to work with the United Nations or whatever in diplomacy one day, or like be a psychologist or a teacher. So obviously, I'm not gonna order a hit on anyone. That'll ruin my future. But, like, yeah, I was fully prepared to kill this kid. Or maybe not. I hate blood. I haven't managed to kill myself yet. Or even properly attempt. But, if I go, I'm gonna go by way of painless poison like cyanide. Because I cannot handle pain. Yeah, I can... Oh, someone does die from BSD, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, no, that's probably not the best thing. And, so yeah, I almost killed myself over this entire thing. Like, that bastard almost pushed me to killing myself. And obviously I'm not going to tell him because we all know he's not going to care. So I just had to deal with that. And, oh yeah, I never got my fucking s'more either because I was too worried about my knife. I did get my knife back, though. And I'm very happy about that. And I'm probably just going to carry around a pair of disassembled scissors next school year or something. I don't know. The scissors were too chunky for my thing, which is why I didn't carry them around in the first place. I also hate my vice principal. He sucks. Like, he can't do his fucking job. I can't remember if this was this year or last year or whatever, but me and my friend, we had this table, and we would sit at this table. We always sat at this table, and somewhere along the time, my bullying crew decided to, like, kind of hostile take it over, and it was basically bullying, so we reported it, and then the said vice principal wanted us to compromise. Like, we're getting bullied, and they want us to compromise. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't trust him. I think in the school I have a total of 2 trusted adults. Like, 2 adults that I would really, truly trust. I don't trust him enough to go on about the potential child abuse in my home. But, yeah, I'm not ready to talk to anyone about that. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I'm fine, and I don't want to leave. And, this is a topic for future me to cover. And also suicidal ideation, mental breakdown me to cover. But hey, meanwhile, I have Anthony, the voice my what is it called? Whatever. He's the one that keeps me sane. He's also technically one of my characters. Also, not a separate personality. I just talk to my characters sometimes in my brain as a coping mechanism, I guess. It's also probably a coping mechanism that none of them have, like, familial trauma. I have religious trauma, which I have 0 of. I'm agnostic, formerly Hindu, and I don't know. I hold my former religion in high regard. I just don't believe gods are worth worshipping. So yeah, that's is there more to the knife incident than that? Well, I did get it back. I think I already mentioned that. Overall, it's just bothering me. I think I'm a big target for bullying. Probably because I have giant reactions. I've never been good at, like, toning myself down in any ways. Like, to anyone. I made a sex joke to my teacher about, I think, a birth control ad. Yeah, I have no filter and I don't ever want to have a filter. I think it's ridiculous to speak to different people in different ways, which is probably going to make me shit at diplomacy, but that's also probably why I want to be a therapist or a teacher. Specifically history. I love the social sciences. But that's off topic. I wish that school rules weren't so fucking stupid. It's a dull knife. It's a dull knife. I've threatened someone in class before, and I didn't get it taken away. But when my bully goes, "Hey teacher, Nixie has a knife," it's an entire incident, and it's a dull knife. Again, it's a dull knife. I've tried to cut myself with it multiple times. I had this thing at multiple different people's throats at multiple different times throughout the school year. And that's when it gets taken away. Is there anything else to talk about, really? Oh, I'm going to tell you a bit about one who I'm going to call, okay. I'm just going to refer to them as A. I have no idea what their preferred pronouns are anymore, so I'm going to use they, them. I've known A since, like, 5th grade. And in 5th grade, they were, femme presenting, that's what I'm going to say. They are AFAB, and we made semi-acquaintances. They were annoying as fuck, though. They also dated my ex-partner's current situationship. I'm gonna call them a situationship. We all ship them, but like they're not together. But I would love. They're so cute. They would be so cute together. But that's off topic. Yeah. And A came out as trans in the grade after that, and we were all like totally supportive, and we all like did that. They have changed their name like minimum of 3 times. There was an incident where they in fact dated a Nazi. We were all friends with that Nazi. We didn't know he was a Nazi, but like wow. He has regaled us with A has regaled us with stories of the fact that they make gotcha heat. They almost accidentally sent their spicy Discord text to their English teacher one time, and none of us want to hear this because I am surrounded by Airways people. I have surrounded myself with the Airways people. I myself am pan, but I'm also demi-romantic, and I also don't want to hear about this on school property. That is a 2 a.m. fanfic reading time alone. And, they cut themselves. There was this entire incident in one field trip where I had to assist in running around and making sure that they don't self-harm because they were running away from another friend, so we're trying to stop them. Like, we're all worried about them, but, they don't really help us with that. Like, yeah. We've had to call, like, the, thing for, like, safe to say or whatever for them multiple times, and they're always and they're mad at us about them. Like, we're trying to help, bro. And they're, like, in a solid, like, acquaintance territory. Like, they sat at our table for a bit, but I don't want to hear about the fact that you can't find any Ivantil Dacrophilia smut fix. This is lunch. We're talking about silly OCs. And, yeah. They always were dark, depressing, gloomy. They talked about essay when we were talking about still the OCs or whatever during lunch. No one wants to hear about that during lunch. You can't always just be dark like that. Like, Dudoskizi, this is school lunch. We don't really, and, sometimes they felt closer to, sometimes, I honestly assume that some of the stuff they were doing was in fact for attention. I'm gonna get a drink of water if I can find it. Give me a sec. Peace. They felt like those depressed gotcha kids. Or, like, from Yield, like, 2018 or whatever. Like, that's the vibe they gave. Like, half the stuff they say, you might think they're probably lying for attention. And I don't know if they were, but, you know, vibes. Let's see. About them. Oh, yeah. And then I think they willingly sent themselves to conversion camp and became homophobic and transphobic and detransitioned or whatever for a bit. Yeah, it's so confusing. I think they're moving schools next year, so we probably won't see them again. But our last interaction with them was them being extremely mad at us for reporting the fact that they were planning a suicide. Yeah, I would probably regale you with more A stories later, but yeah. I'm so tired. I'm going out of state tomorrow to visit my basically sister bestie. I love them so much. I used to have a crush on them when I was like a little baby Nixie. Little baby Nixie had a big fat crush on her, and you know, she's still pretty hot, but I don't think I have a crush on her anymore. I'm labeling myself as demi-romantic, but I think I might just straight up be aromantic. No, I don't know. I haven't really felt romantically attracted to people. Like, I've definitely found people hot, but, like, you know, mostly fictional people. Fuck, I think I might be on the Aroe spectrum, but I'm not. I don't think I am, though. No, I'm probably not on the Aroe spectrum. I think I'm gonna stick with the demi-romantic label. After my first partner, I haven't really felt romantically attracted to anyone. And obviously, you know, the crush I was talking about. She's wonderful, and I really love her, like, familially, too. She's going to college soon, so, like, we aren't able to talk that much anymore, because she's always so busy. And I really miss her, but I'm happy that we were able to see each other. We used to see each other so much more. We had, like, calls for hours, but, you know, now we're all so busy, and, yeah, it's sad how people grow apart like that. This is honestly more of a rant than a proper video. I think one day I'll probably do some proper video essays or whatever. But for now, YouTube shall be regaled with the stories of my life or whatever. I've been experimenting with watercolors a bit. With watercolors that I got from the dentist, actually. I got this, like, stupid cheap paint palette from the dentist, and I've been using them. I think they're pretty good. I don't know. I'm definitely not the best at painting. I've been a digital art and pure graphite kind of gal. The only thing I'm comfortable with coloring with, like IRL, is definitely alcohol markers. I love my Ohuhus. My Ohuhus are very used. I should probably do a sketchbook thing one time. But honestly, the gotcha thing I put out is made me like super fucking tired, because I did all that like in an hour. And I might be a gotcha kid, but I'm not that kind of gotcha kid. Making these videos really feels like screaming into the void, because who the hell is listening to me? But yeah, thanks for listening, whoever's out there.